and welcome to Green Addicts Live. My name is Juan Cruz. I have the honor of being here, joined by my lovely family, Miss Anisha Cruz. We have Josiah, Judah, and my princess Nadia with us today. And today's a little bit of a special episode here. We're going to be talking to you guys about work-life balance. And so I know what some of you may be thinking. It's Green Addicts. You do home energy efficiency, right? Yes. So why are you talking about work-life balance? Well, here's the thing. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so we definitely believe that you should be efficient and making homes energy efficient, but you should be efficient in your home life. There should be a work-life balance. You should be happy at home and happy on your job. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes at the cruise ship. That's what we like to call ourselves. And I just want to, before I get right in, I want to go ahead and give you a quote. And it's one of my mentors once taught me, wherever you are, be 100% there. And so that falls right in line with work and life and home life. And so, how you doing? Tell everybody hi.
Hello.
Hey guys, say hi. Wave to the people. Say hi. Y'all don't speak? Okay. So we're gonna jump right into this, and we've actually had a little bit of a transition coming in from Louisiana to Texas that my wife's gonna touch on and give you a little bit of a synopsis of what's going on at the cruise ship estate.
Yes, we recently moved to Texas from Louisiana, and we were expecting the transition, but it was a big transition. My husband worked as a youth pastor, and his hours were very flexible. He was able to be at home a lot. He was able to be involved in family life a lot, and even during work, we were able to go see him at work. We were able to be involved in youth activities as a family, and so work and family life were very much intertwined, and we really embraced that life. Who dat? We, since the beginning.
Yes.
We really embraced that life, and we were thankful for it, and we really appreciated it. Moving, we knew that it was going to be a huge transition. We knew that my husband would have to work a whole lot more, and we wouldn't see him as often. And so we prepared for that transition. We prayed. We talked about what it would look like, and we were just ready. We knew that it was going to be more. And so going into it, it was easier because we talked about it, because we prayed about it, and because we prepared for it. We knew that we would have to really step up, and every one of us really take a part in the home life. And I think one of the biggest things that has made this transition easier, he said that wherever you are, be 100% there. And so I feel like he has done that. When he's been at work, he's 100% there, but when he's at home, he's 100% there. And he doesn't come home. It's not off time. It's not, oh, I get to sit on the couch and relax time. It's, I'm daddy, I'm husband, let me be 100% in. And that's what he's done. And he helps with chores, cleaning around the house. And he's 100% daddy and husband when he is at home.
Thank you, baby. And so, so the transition was a little bit difficult, but we were prepared for it. We knew that just the commute alone, commute in Natchitoches was 10 minutes through rush hour. And so we knew that we would have to change some things. And so how has, from your perspective, how has work conflicted with family time now being here in Texas? What are the changes? What are the differences?
You're gone a whole lot more. I mean, the commute is probably 2 hours, there and back. But also a lot of times we're able to communicate on the phone during those times, and you call and check on the kids and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do during the day, and when you have a minute or two. But it hasn't been harder as far as moving from one place to another, because I feel like you've been involved so much, and you're still a team.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am. Team cruise ship. And so with that, yes, one of the things that I try to do is on my commutes between employments is call in and check on the kids. We do homeschool. So my wife teaches the kids and I check in on their schoolwork. I check in on have they done their checklist? Depending on what time of the day they have a schedule. So, you know, there's school in the morning and then there's lunchtime and then there's quiet time or, you know, their playtime. And so I kind of just check in throughout the day when I have a chance and know what time it is. I'm aware of that. And then I ask them, hey, how's your checklist? So Dad's going to be home at 5. Dad's going to be at home at 7. That better be done when it gets done, when I get home. And so, so how do you think we do as far as keeping life balance? How do we do balance in our home?
How do we do balance in our home?
Yes.
Well, how do we do balance in our home?
I don't know. I think balance is a overstated word. There's just too many hours in the day where I'm away from home. So balance is again that statement, being wherever you're at, being 100% there. And so balance to us looks a little bit different now than it did even a year or two ago. One of the things that we do is we've taught our kids how to do chores around the home, and we taught them very early on to help alleviate some of the things that Anisha was having to do as keeping the home and those things. And I do my fair share. Don't bash. But the kids. I'm a delegator, and so the moment I could get Josiah to throw out the trash for me, that was his chore. And the moment that I could get them to do dishes, that was their chore. And so, so real quick, I'm gonna give them a little bit of a spotlight. Josiah, what is your favorite chore to do?
Making my bed.
All right, speak in. Say it again.
Making my bed.
Making your bed. What is your least favorite chore to do?
Putting away the dishes.
Putting away the dishes, putting up the dishes. Awesome. And so have you taught Bubba and Sissy how to do some of the checklists? Have you given off some of your work?
I taught Judah how to vacuum.
He taught Judah how to vacuum.
And I taught him also how to do the dishes.
And you taught him how to do the dishes. And so one of the things that we do is we teach the oldest. Typically they're my chores. Give it to him, and he's good to teach the next kid, which would be Judah. And Judah can get done with that chore and it not be his once he can teach Nadia how to do that chore. And so we just kind of delegate well. And then Nadia's just going to be stuck for a little bit. So that's one of the things that we do. Just Judah, what's your favorite chore to do around the house?
Vacuum.
Vacuum. What is your least favorite chore to do around the house?
Unload the dishes.
Unload the dishes. It's a guy. I don't know if it's a guy thing. It's the dishes.
I don't like it either.
The dishes is always the worst. Nadia, do you have a favorite chore? Which one's your favorite chore?
Wiping down the table.
Wiping down the table. Is it because it's the easiest? What's your least favorite chore?
Unloading the dishes.
Unloading the dishes. So it's across the board. We don't like doing dishes. So if y'all come up with an app for that, let us know. And so we've done that. And also we've taught Josiah. He's gotten a desire to cook. And so we've taught Josiah how to cook a little bit. And he's taken on some of those responsibilities around the home. Every once in a while, he's made shrimp and grits, which is phenomenal. Josiah, what's your favorite meal you've made?
Probably cake I made.
Oh, the cake.
The cupcakes.
The cupcakes?
Yeah.
Nadia, what is your favorite thing that Josiah made?
Daddy's birthday cake.
Daddy's birthday cake. Yeah, he made me a birthday cake. It was awesome. He made me a 3-course meal. Judah, what was your favorite? I think, there's some footage right there of him grating some cheese. He's making, I think, pasta. I don't know. Oh, is that the shrimp and grits? Yeah, that's the shrimp and grits. Judah, what is your favorite thing that Josiah makes? Steak, yes. He can cook a mean steak, too. So we've gotten them involved in the household duties, so that way it's not just a Anisha thing. It's a us thing, and it's cruise ship. We are a family, so we run our home and try to be efficient in that. Hey guys, go ahead and y'all can go over there, and mommy and daddy are gonna finish up. Okay. All right. We're talking about tips that we can give families to stay involved with your work family. And so some of the things that we've done well at Green Addicts is we've had the nights out bowling. We've gone out with the owners of the company, Brad and Russ, and y'all have met them. We've done barbecues and things of that nature. Just having those campouts. This weekend we'll be at one of our coworkers' little girl's birthday party, and we'll invite them over. We just bought a house, so we're getting that straightened out, and we'll invite people over. But what kind of schedule do we have on a day-to-day basis? Like, what is your highlight of your day as far as our schedule is concerned, with you being at home with the kids? And yeah, let's talk to me about that.
I think the thing that makes the biggest difference is when the day before is set up.
Yeah.
And so before we go to bed, if the kitchen is clean, we do the things that we don't like to do, like putting away the dishes and all the food is put away, and especially the kitchen. If that is set up, because mom cooks and I'm in the kitchen all day long, Josiah does help sometimes. When the kitchen is set up, the next day just goes so much better. And so we start our day, we have breakfast. Get the kids started on schoolwork, and I'm teaching 3 kids. And so I teach Nadia, and then she's done and she can play the rest of the day and just explore and be creative. And then I teach the boys, and then I send them off to do independent work. And typically I let them handle lunch. I typically am not too much hands-on for lunch. I can, do other chores that I need to get done. And then after lunch is quiet time, and the kids, they go, they play. Now that they're older, they play together really well. And so when they're doing quiet time, I get to, I'm getting certified to work in a specific area for a job, and I'm studying for that. I have another direct sales job that I'm doing, and so I'm working on that. And I'm busy. I'm doing all the things during quiet time that I need to get done. I might sneak in a nap every once in a while as well.
Yes.
After that, we're getting ready for soccer practice, or we're getting ready for play practice, or whatever's going on that evening. And so the day is pretty full, but we keep it, running.
And I think one of the things that she mentioned that is a highlight, we have to be, just in the season of life that we're in, we have to prepare. One of the things that a former job taught us is set the next shift up for success. And so we try to set each other up for success. And so that's in the nighttime when everyone's tired, you gotta put up the dishes, you gotta set it up. I'll go ahead and I make my little pot of coffee and have it set out for me. I take out my pre-workout shake and just set up my clothes for the next day. And the times that we do that, because there's times that we're too tired and we don't, but it sets up the next day so much better when you prepare the night before, when you look at your schedule. One of the things that we haven't fully implemented, but we're going to try to, is we look at each other's schedules on Sundays, and we say, okay, what does your week look like this week? And so she kind of gives me her highlights and some things that I need to know about what's going on, and places that I could be praying, or times, slots that if I have time, go ahead and pray during these times because I have this meeting or whatever. And I do the same for her. I'm like, hey, these are the big meetings, these are the big rocks I have this week, and we kind of share that. During that Sunday meeting, we also look and say, okay, well, what are the goals for this week? What are the things that you want to get accomplished? And that's kind of holding us accountable, because we want to grow as individuals, as a couple, and as parents. And so I've told her, hey, look, at work we're reading and things like that, so I want to get 5 chapters read or whatever. And so we kind of just share where we're at and what we want to do that week to grow and to move into a better place. And then on Thursday or Friday, we'll come back and we'll revisit that and say, hey, how did you do on, hey, you got 2 days left to do your reading, or you've got 2 days, you said you were going to cut the grass this week. We touch on those things. That's the one thing that gets missed the most, is cutting the grass. My neighbors love me, I bet. And so, we touch on the things that we need to get done, and we're accountable to one another, and we share that with one another. What do we do during free time? I mean, it's very scheduled, rigid. What do we do during free time?
When we can play with the kids, we love to play board games.
Yeah.
And so anytime we can play with the kids, cards or board games, we love to do that. We're a sports family. My husband loves sports, so we're watching football, we're watching games now that football season is here. and sometimes we're just relaxing. We like to go out, we like to go to the park, we like to have people over to our house. And when we were in our previous city in Natchitoches, we had a lot of youth over and families over, and we're trying to build that here since we're new. But we like to, my husband loves to have fun.
Yeah.
And so anytime we can do that, anytime we can connect as a family because he works so much, we try to do that.
Yeah, and with that, we do the occasional television, and there's a couple shows that we watch, and that's ours. And she doesn't skip ahead on Netflix or on Hulu. She doesn't, rewatch the episodes. She waits for me most of the time. There's been like one show, and I wasn't too much invested in it, but so those are the things that we like to do as a family. And one of the things that kind of defines us as a family, or I try to implement as a family, is leadership. And I do that with my kids. We tell them, leaders eat last. And so Josiah, being the oldest, he typically, serves everyone else, and then he'll eat last, or dad eats last. Things that define us are leadership. And then when we had families over and youth over, we would teach them, just the basic things. I'm a delegator, so I'm like, hey, when you get your home, you're gonna have to throw out the trash. Practice now, go get the trash. We would cook with them, we would do different things, and so we would always want to encourage them. And so it's things that define us as a family. We would look for the things that people are doing well, and call that out in them. And we do that with our children. We know that everyone is different and individuals, and we do the Myers-Briggs and all these different personality things, and we look into those things and try to speak to people at where they're at. So anything else you would say kind of defines us as a family?
We are cruise ship.
We are cruise ship. That's right. All that, and I'm gonna wrap this up. It boils down to communication, and having good communication between you as a couple, you as a family, and then just demonstrating that to your children, and what good communication looks like, and being on the same page. We are on the same team. We're Team Cruise Ship. We've said that for a long time, that we're a team, and so we act like it, and we set each other up to make the best place possible. And so we do that as a family in our home. We, as Green Addicts, we do that in homes. We look and we work as a team to make your home energy efficient. And so the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so we will be doing that in your homes if you allow us to. So call us today after the podcast. Use the code word WAN. Use the code word WAN, and the first 5 people to call in today will get a 10% off their first service with us. So any service that you have, you'll get 10% off using the code word WAN. You can call the number. It's 214-305-5449. I'm going to say it again, 214-305-5449. And be sure to check us out on social media, on Facebook, and tune in next week at 10 a.m. for Green Addicts Alive. We love you and making homes energy efficient. So let us do that for you. All right, bye. Thank y'all so much.